It was supposed to be another lively morning on Live with Kelly and Mark, full of laughter, witty banter, and the kind of chemistry only 28 years of marriage can produce. But as the cameras rolled and Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos kicked off their weekday broadcast, the smooth rhythm of their show was suddenly shattered by something utterly unexpected. A strange, echoing noise that brought the live studio to a standstill. And as always, Kelly and Mark turned an awkward interruption into pure, unscripted television gold. A morning that started normally. The October episode had begun like any other. Kelly, radiant in a coral blouse and pencil skirt, sipped from her signature live mug, while Mark looked sharp and relaxed in a tailored navy suit. They had just started discussing Halloween decorations, specifically, how Kelly had gone a little overboard, transforming their home into what Mark lovingly called the set of a Tim Burton movie. "We have more fake cobwebs in the kitchen than actual dishes," Mark teased, drawing laughter from the audience. Kelly rolled her eyes playfully. "Well, at least the cobwebs make the dishes look antique. You're welcome." Everything was rolling along until it happened. The unsettling sound. Just as Kelly began to transition into a story about their son Joaquin's costume ideas, a peculiar noise erupted from somewhere offstage. It was low at first, like a faint hum, then grew louder, morphing into what one audience member later described as a mix between a whistle and a cat's cry. Kelly froze mid-sentence. Her eyes widened slightly as she leaned closer to Mark. "Wait, what is that?" she asked, her voice a mix of curiosity and concern. Mark tilted his head, straining to listen. "Is that coming from backstage?" The sound continued, a wavering, metallic screech that made even the cameraman hesitate. For a few tense seconds, the usually buzzing studio fell completely silent except for the eerie echo that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The hosts handle it like pros. Kelly, ever the professional, was the first to break the silence. She leaned toward the microphone with mock seriousness. "Ladies and gentlemen," she said dramatically, "if you're just tuning in, that's not your TV acting up. That's a ghost in our studio." The crowd erupted in laughter, easing the tension instantly. Mark, never missing a beat, joined in. "Or it's Ryan Seacrest trying to come back through the speakers," he joked, referencing Kelly's longtime former co-host. Kelly gasped theatrically. "Don't summon him, Mark. You know what happens when you say his name 3 times. The laughter grew, but the mysterious sound, strangely enough, did not stop. It pulsed again, longer this time, and both hosts instinctively turned toward the direction of the audience. Kelly squinted as if she could pinpoint the exact source with sheer willpower. "Is someone's phone possessed?" she quipped. Because if Siri's trying to contact the beyond, she picked the wrong show. Producers rush in. Behind the scenes, producers scrambled. Viewers watching at home could spot crew members darting in the background, one holding a headset, another gesturing frantically toward the ceiling. Mark leaned forward on the desk, laughing nervously. "Okay, this is definitely not part of the Halloween segment, right?" Kelly nodded. "Nope, this is real-life paranormal activity brought to you by Live with Kelly and Mark." A producer off-camera finally whispered something to them, prompting Kelly to cover her mic and listen. She nodded gravely, then turned back to the camera with the same mischievous sparkle in her eyes. "Apparently," she said, "there's a ventilation system issue. So it's either a ghost or a broken fan. Either way, I think it's trying to tell us something." Mark smirked. "Maybe it's saying, 'Please stop decorating the studio with spiderwebs, Kelly.'" Kelly shot him a look. "Or maybe it's saying, 'Mark, help your wife clean the cobwebs when she asks.'" The audience applauded, delighted by how seamlessly the couple transformed chaos into comedy. Viewers at home react. Social media lit up within minutes. Clips of the bizarre moment flooded X, formerly Twitter, with fans sharing theories ranging from technical glitches to the supernatural. One viewer wrote, "I swear that noise on Live sounded like a ghost trapped in the vent's face with tears of joy. Kelly and Mark handled it like total pros." Another joked, If I were Kelly, I'd start smudging the studio with sage tomorrow. That sound gave me chills. By noon, the #LiveGhost was trending. Fans were sharing slowed-down versions of the audio, claiming they could hear faint words hidden in the noise, a clear sign that the internet had turned a harmless studio malfunction into a full-on mystery. Mark's detective moment. Later in the broadcast, once the noise subsided, Mark took it upon himself to investigate. He stood from the desk and walked toward the edge of the stage, squinting theatrically at the ceiling. "All right," he announced. "I'm going to find the source. If I don't come back, Kelly, tell the kids I went down bravely in the line of daytime TV duty." Kelly pretended to dab at imaginary tears. "I'll make sure to honor your sacrifice right after the commercial break." He took a few exaggerated steps before the audience burst into laughter, the tension completely gone. When he returned to the desk, Kelly applauded him like a triumphant explorer. "So, detective, what did we learn?" she asked. Mark shrugged. "We learned that ghosts hate commercial breaks." Back to normal, almost. The show continued without further disturbances, but Kelly couldn't resist one final joke before signing off. "You know," she said, turning to Mark, "after all that, I think we should start every show with a mystery sound. Keeps people guessing." Mark nodded. "Or maybe we just hire a ghost as our third co-host. Ratings would skyrocket." Kelly grinned. "Exactly. Live with Kelly, Mark, and Casper coming soon." The audience roared with laughter as the closing music began to play. Behind the scenes, the real cause. Later that afternoon, a spokesperson for Live confirmed that the bizarre sound was indeed caused by a minor malfunction in the studio's air conditioning vent, not a wandering spirit. In a brief statement to People, the spokesperson said, "There was a minor technical issue during this morning's live broadcast. The sound you heard was related to air pressure in the studio ventilation system. It has since been fixed. Kelly and Mark handled the situation with their usual humor and professionalism." Fans, however, weren't ready to let the ghost theory go just yet. Comments on the show's Instagram page ranged from "We demand a ghost hunting episode" to "Kelly needs to bring a priest on set." Kelly's playful follow-up. Never one to let a funny moment go to waste, Kelly addressed the incident on her Instagram story that evening. She posted a behind-the-scenes clip of her and Mark laughing after the show, captioned, "In case you missed it, our studio ghost made its debut today. We're taking name suggestions." Mark chimed in with a follow-up story, a boomerang of him pretending to hold a ghost-trapping device with the caption, "Don't worry, folks, I've got this under control." Within hours, the post racked up thousands of likes and comments, many praising the couple for their lightheartedness, turning chaos into charm. In the end, what could have been a moment of awkward technical failure became yet another example of why Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos are America's favorite morning duo. Their secret, they never take themselves too seriously. Whether it's a debate about household chores, a playful jab about aging, or an unexpected studio haunting, the couple manages to stay grounded and genuinely funny. As one fan summed it up online, "Only Kelly and Mark could turn a creepy noise into 10 minutes of comedy gold. That's why we love them." And love them, viewers do. Because on Live with Kelly and Mark, even when things go wrong, they go hilariously, delightfully right.